Playlist.io. Musical.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Are we live? Okay, I guess we're live. I thought I was going to have some time off, but you know me. Roller derby's happening. I'm here to call it. For the Flash Flubs, we got Grim, Invader Slim, Critical Roller, MC Falcon, Red Hot, Salty Siren, Mad for Gravy, Matterhorn, and Musha, Bad Habit Barty, Floody Mech, Floodface, Kiwi, Colonel Angus, Panda, PB Wookie, Jaws Breaker, and Flash Flip. For the Haboobs, we got Wrecking Ball, Drusilla, F-Bomb, D20, Demi Automatic, Louie, Mecha, Red Haboob, Cherry Popper, Habooby Mac Boob Face, Little Pity Bull, Gale Skatin', Kalaka, Hunter, Flipper, AWF, Miss Murder, and Slick Shoes. That's your rosters. Who's here for the Flash Floods? Who's here for the Haboobs? I heard both people saying yay for the same thing. Okay. I'm here for some good roller derby. I got my ad reads in. I got my skaters announced. I got my co-announcer joining me.
Only for like a little bit. I guess you get to hear me a little more.
Always like working 3 games in a row.
I'm okay
And
with
I
it.
can't say nothing because I seen some skaters out there skating 2 or 3 games in a row.
That's different. Talking and skating are different things.
I don't think so. Skating's
Well,
harder.
I guess they both take some lung work.
Talking's just talking.
Yeah.
If I was out there in the stands, I'd be talking anyway. So they just put a mic in front of me and let me do my talking here.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're about to start, right?
We are about to start. We got the flash floods and the Haboobs. I told everybody who the skaters were, so everybody on the Twitch knows.
Cool. Thank you.
They got some bonus pepper time happening if you're watching on the Twitch.
Super spicy.
They put some names up there, but they weren't right, so they took them down.
Extra spice.
Yes. Hey, Harley Grace, Papa Pepper loves you.
That's little pepper.
It's a pepper sprout.
Little baby. Still green.
Yeah.
One day they'll be red.
She's just starting to make that noise like a tea kettle. Ah, real loud. It's so cute. I love her to death.
Everybody just skating around, keeping themselves warm. I think that's Skatey Katie out there in purple against, what is that, D20?
I think you're right. I was just knocked out by McWinkle's costume change.
So profesh.
Yes.
We like the profesh look, the eccentric look. As long as it's your look and you're happy with it. I'm really digging the contrasted kilt in the middle.
Yeah, I
The
like that
contrast
striped kilt.
pleats.
And those socks are amazing as well.
It's not stripes, they're like contrast pleats. It's a pleated skirt. It's very nice. The 5-second call. And off we go. We have Floody McFloodface going up against D20, who finds some room on the inside lane, just bursts through them. And we see the exit of the initial pass for Floody McFloodface. But D20 out and gets knocked to the outside lane and recycled back by number 4 or 5. I believe that was Pia? Yeah, no.
Oh
No,
my.
that's not Pia. That's Brain, stop doing this to me. I can't think. I know who you are. I know who you are. My brain is just failing me. Nisha. Of course it's Nisha.
I was waiting to see how long you were going to go down to the roster to find out.
I'm so sorry. I love you,
Oh,
Nisha.
Red Haboob wearing the star for the Haboobs. Invader Slim, jammer record for the Flash Floods.
Oh, that's a beautiful name and a beautiful spin.
Red
There's two
Haboob.
different things happening. Oh, who was that? Red Haboob?
Red Haboobs, a.k.a. CBD Hits.
Who is an excellent role model. If you know, you know.
Absolutely. Hardcore's personal favorite skater. Just so you know.
Maybe back to back was a mistake. You're right. I think I'm just hungry.
We love mashup games.
All right, we have Kiwi for the Flash Floods going up against Haboobie McBoobface for the Haboobs. And Kiwi on the outside lane.
That's a lot of boobs.
But Haboobie McBoobface just spins right out of that defense and is following Kiwi closely. Kiwi coming up to the defense at the front, but gets knocked down momentarily, forcing the call off. So how many points did Kiwi make? 2 points.
2
points.
2 points.
For the Flash Floods, keeping the Haboobs at 7 points. And it's only like 3 jams in, right?
Right? That's one of our co-announcers up on the line right now. Bad Habit Barbie going up against a Miss Murder.
Barbie is such a cool person, so sweet every time you meet her.
Absolutely.
But on the track, they try to bring the action. Kalaka, though, just has their number. Kalaka just escorting them back into the loving embrace of the defense up at the front for the Flash Floods.
Mad for Gravy off to the 187 killer pad penalty box for an infraction.
Just a little one.
Look who else is coming to the 187 killer pads penalty box.
Oh, Kalaka. Tisk tisk. But the captain, Miss Murder, having been assessed lead, calls the jam. So a blocker apiece for the Haboobs and the Flash Floods in the box. So it's going to be a 3-on-3 pack between this defensive line.
We're also going to have a shortened halftime during this game. We're only going to have a 10-minute halftime.
Chop, chop. We all have dinner to go to.
Yes, we got stuff to do.
Food is necessary for this game.
Food is necessary. And pool time.
Oh, yeah. True. That is Grim going against Little Pity Bull for the Haboobs. Grim just running up to the front, gets knocked down momentarily. I believe that's Hunter being sent to the box. Grim assessed lead for the Flash Floods. Flash Floods in purple, the Haboobs in white. Panda recycling Little Pity Bull to the back of the pack. Returning them into the embrace of Man for Gravy and Nisha. Ooh, a little bit of a spin around between the jammer and the official, but everybody's okay.
Man for Gravy says, welcome back to the fray out of the box. Let me give you a shoulder hit. Bam.
And we do see Grim coming up at the front of the pack. Kalaka just bringing in that aggressive offense to hit him to the inside lane and recycles them back and goes in for a little bit of a hit. An excellent management of their time there.
Nice.
So the Flash Floods, having made 6 points on the board, brings them up to 8 points to the Haboobs 11.
11-8. Fast and furious action out on the floor during this jam. We got 24 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first half.
It's a little chaotic, but I promise you, this game is intense.
Flash flip. We're in the star for the Flash Floods going up against Red Haboob for the Haboobs. Red Haboob out front and lead. Flash flip. Not that far behind.
To be a successful jammer, you got to keep those feet moving. As you can see, both these jammers have plenty of experience with that.
I like how the name on the shirt is different from the name on the deal.
Well, I happen to know that that jersey, or that number, was borrowed from another teammate. So Flip in white, that's on the track right now, generously donated a purple t-shirt to Quadzilla, also known as Flash Flip, for today.
Far out. You got the inside skinny all the time.
It's because Flip was so excited.
All Gale skating. Oh.
Gale Satan out with lead.
Well, that jam's going to be called, but not before the Haboobs pick up 4 points. 18-8 with 22:50 left to go in this first half. Hardcore's on the chat saying, yeah, Johnny Pepper.
And we're back onto the action here. Bad Habit Barbie going against Red Haboob. Red Haboob just doing all the fancy footwork, but for their efforts get recycled back to the back of the pack. Meanwhile, Bad Habit Barbie working the front of the pack. Defense holding strong for the Haboobs. giving them a bit of a hard time, but Bad Habit Barbie out with lead against the Red Haboob, who is out on their initial as well and picking up speed. Bad Habit Barbie telling their defense to, hey, give me some running time.
All you need is a little momentum sometimes.
Yeah. You got to pick up some speed in order to do some damage. I believe that was scoreless. I don't see any fingers up in the air. Yeah, that's a wash. So we stay at 8 points for the Flash Floods and 18 points for the Haboobs. 8 jams in for the first half of this game, which is a mashup of people that you know and love. 5-second call, everybody nice and cozy at the jammer line. We have Flash Flip taking the outside lane quickly, almost unopposed for the Flash Floods, going up against Demi Automatic, who's taken to the inside and recycled back by Red Hout. We do see the return of Flash Flip, taking the inside lane, spins around, takes the skater down with them. No pass, no penalty.
No earned pass.
No earned pass. I'm so sorry. I forget terminology updates with the times.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank you.
Because I'm going to say it later and you can correct me when I do it.
I appreciate that.
Because I want to say no pass, no penalty too, because that's what I learned.
It's what you were trained to do.
I miss Grand Slams.
I wish I knew what you were talking about.
I hear you.
But
or two-whistle starts or penalty wheels. You don't know nothing about none of that, do you?
That was a little before my time. I've only done this for almost a decade, actually.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Absolutely.
But Flash Flip out with another pass here. We do see the pivot for the Flash Floods in the box along with a blocker. So I believe that was going to be...
That was definitely a Flash Flood.
Yeah, no, it's
15 points for him. And a lead change.
Lead
Hydrate or die.
So much chaos. Flash Floods at 23, the Haboobs at 22 with 20 minutes left in this first half. It's going to be a pack advantage for the Haboobs against the Flash Floods. Who's on the track, Right.
I got no clue. I think it's Kiwi for the Flash Floods and Red Haboob for the Haboobs. And looks like Red Haboob is out front and lead, much to the delight of hardcore watching from home on the Twitch. Thank you so much.
I do love a good solid O, which Skady has plenty of experience in and let Kiwi out.
Nice.
Oh, I love it when people spin.
Pirouettes aplenty.
Spin move, spin move.
Spin move.
It's the most obvious move to make.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's going to get you out. I promise you. Just do the spin move.
Well, my job's complete now. I made Vampire laugh on the microphone.
That is rare.
I'll be here all weekend. See you soon.
But Red Haboob is coming out for another scoring pass, but did a little bit of jammer O against Kiwi. Kiwi back up, though, catching up to the pack, trying to make their own points. Ooh, beautiful awareness and footwork there from Red Haboob. Maintains themselves inbounds and calls off the jam.
Not before grabbing a whole brick of points. That's 12 points.
Yeah, 12 points, and Kiwi made half of those, so 6 points. So Flash Floods 29, Haboobs 34, lead change. Drink your drink, hydrate or dihydrate. Timeout.
This timeout is brought to you by the 103 people watching on the Twitch chat right now. Thank you so much
for sticking
around. I love each and every one of y'all.
Yeah, you guys
trust me, I really, 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 really do.
I think he really does.
I think I do.
But yes, thank you, people on the Twitch. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Our AV Club put in so much work to bring you free streaming service. But if you want to, subscribe for $5 a month to keep the channel going and strong, there is an option to be a monthly subscriber for the Arizona Roller Derby Twitch stream.
It's just $5. And you won't have to see none of those annoying ads that pop up right at the wrong time.
Ugh.
Kind of like the music on my iPad.
We've moved past a time where we need ads. I mean, it's still a very great form to pass on information, but I don't have time for that. I want to hear my music. I want to see my video.
I'm okay.
You're like, I don't care. It's a visual. Official timeout. Coyote just,
Yeah, this official timeout is brought to you by Coyote and Slick Shoes. Had that awesome class this morning. Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
Coyote getting nice and familiar.
I hope you
with
learned
the
a whole
Haboobs.
bunch of stuff.
Coyote sniffing out their prey.
Round the hunter, round the hunter, round the hunter.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Oh, excuse me, that was Jaws Breaker.
Oops.
Oops. I used the right name on the wrong person.
Switcheroo.
Switcheroo.
We're still waiting for word on what the official timeout is for. So we're just going to give that a little more time. Oh my God, there's music. Thank you.
Let's give some love to our DJ at the moment, some Puerto Rican guy. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you, buddy. Just as we had the music, timeout.
Yeah, right when we start the music, the timeout's over.
That's enough.
Oh, well. We'll get some more during that whole 10-minute halftime. As it stands right now, the Haboobs enjoying a little bit of lead, 34-29. Haboobie McBoobface wearing the star for the Haboobs, going up against Invader Slim for the Flash Floods. Flash Floods in purple, Haboobs in the white. Haboobie McBoobface.
Nice and fancy.
Number 602.
Fancy. Gets out with a lead.
I know, because Haboobie McBoobface came over to the table and said, "Hey, Pepper, you got a Sharpie? Write my numbers on my arm." And I wrote 42, and we had to scratch it out and write the new number. Because I know what number that is and the significance of that number.
You know what he knows that you
Yes.
know, but they don't know. But now they know. And knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. And Johnny Pepper is powerless.
Okay. At this time, we stand at 38 points to the Flash Floods 29, and we're now on GM 12. We have Gail Satan for the Haboobs going up against Bad Habit Barbie for the Flash Floods. Flash Floods in purple, Haboobs in white. Gail Satan working their way up to the front. Kulaka goes in for that hit out on Bad Habit Barbie. And Bad Habit Barbie gets called in a cut track. So this is a power jam for the Satan of Gale. Looks like Gail Satan's gotten a little shorter than I remember, but that's fine. They're still skating amazing. Look at them, out with 4 points in the air, or out with lead.
I don't think that's Gail Satan. I just think it's somebody else with the shirt on that says
Imposter.
that. But okay, I'll say so. I'll play along.
But they are receiving some excellent but we do see the pivot going in for that offense. Takes them out.
Woo!
And the jam is called. How many points shake out of that? That's 3 points. Three for the Haboobs, bringing them up to 41 to the Flash Floods 29. 15 and a half minutes left in this first half of this Mashup game. And I believe this Mashup game is just brewing up an actual storm outside.
Did we have one?
There was word of some thunder going on outside, so there might be some rain soon. Meanwhile, we see the Red Haboob out.
Red Haboob.
The Red Haboob has been assessed lead, and Bad Habit Barbie is back on the track. Trying to work their way up, star in hand, trying to find their pivot, who is being held away from them like star-crossed lovers.
Oh, my.
Kiwi tries to return to their jammer, but the jammer's working their way up. Meanwhile, the red Haboob is coming around for another scoring pass.
I was wondering what Slick Shoes Haboob name was going to be. You know what it is?
What is it?
Slick Shoes.
Straightforward.
Right? Oh, red Haboob goes ahead and calls it off. Takes those 8 points and goes to the house. 49-29 with 14:27 left to go in the first half.
Yep, like a good jammer. Just looks at their bench, follows the instructions, and to their benefit, held the Flash Flood scoreless. 29-49.
I'm a rebel, Dolly.
You're silly.
Jam number 14 coming up. We still got 14 minutes left to go in this half. We might have 30 jams in this game. Habooby Mac Boob Face wearing the star for the Haboobs. Floody Mac Flood Face for the Flash Floods. I guess a Mac Flood Face or a Mac Boob Face is going to take lead. And both of them are out.
Floody and
It's a
Haboob.
sweet kiwi.
Nice little well-paced race between the two jammers coming back up to the pack. Habooby just going in on the inside lane, getting their 4 points. Meanwhile,
Floody does get through as well.
Yeah, so they're just going to run this, I guess. A lot of talking from the bench, so can't quite hear them because I have some headphones, so a little bit of a damper on my peripheral hearing.
That means you can hear me better.
Yeah, which is the important thing. I need to hear.
Not really.
I need to hear what you're saying so I know what I'm going to say next. This is a give and take.
I think that's why we got headphones. Remember?
Yeah, because we needed to hear each other.
Absolutely.
Beautiful jump into the into that wall, but like Floody McFloodface just gets out, trailing behind Habooby McBoobface. They're just exchanging lap for lap. 12 points apiece so far, which is pretty interesting. They're just kind of seeing how many points they can get in this jam, pretty much. There's like 13 seconds left.
Floody's going to win that race.
Yeah.
No, there goes Habooby.
There we go. Nice even matchup there.
Yes, there were 32 points scored in that jam, but 16 for each team.
Habooby just said, yeah, I'm done, just walks out.
McFloody and McBooby.
But Floody wins that exchange, having 19 points on the board against Habooby's 16. But the Haboobs are still in the lead at 65 points to the Flash Flood's 48, with less than 12 minutes left in this first half.
Awesome reset there. And we're off jam number 15. And it looks like Red Haboob jamming for the Haboobs. Invader Slim wearing the star for the Flash Floods. We got a track cut. Power jam Invader Slim.
That gives a lot of opportunity for the Flash Floods to run some O here, but Invader Slim gets knocked to the inside lane and recycled back. Kalaka just walking them up to Hunter, but Invader Slim uses their slimness to run on the inside lane, has Hunter to beat, and is out.
That was a nice jammer takeout from Kalaka. Back,
Kind of expected
a
from
minute
Kalaka.
ago.
Kind of like, okay, but
Nice.
like, lose a jammer for once.
Red Haboob got some air right there. Put those skates high in the air and nailed that landing.
Invader Slim just walking into that defense there, but keeps themselves inbound from almost being taken to the outside lane.
Red Haboob out of the box and into the scoring fray.
Kalaka, a forearm.
No way.
Kalaka.
No way.
They'll return soon. We see Invader Slim just held up at the back of the pack. Meanwhile, the Red Haboob is being held at the front of the pack. So each defensive team is just holding the jammers so far. But Red Haboob has split the pack at the front and out with another 4 points for the Haboobs. Meanwhile, Invader Slim has made their 4 points on the board themselves, but is behind a few laps to the Red Haboob's laps. And we do conclude that jam with 4 points for the Flash Floods there. And I think that was 8 points for the Haboobs.
Absolutely.
I always have to wait a second because I get ahead of myself and they add more points. And I'm like, wait a second, I already said this thing.
That way you get to say it twice.
Fine. 8 points for the Haboobs, bringing them up to 73. 4 points for the Flash Floods, bringing them up to 52. And a timeout is called. An official timeout, to be exact. Freezing the clock at 9 minutes and 4 seconds.
This official timeout is brought to you by Vamp, my favorite co-announcer at the time.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. We're both stepping up and stepping in because we weren't on the schedule to call this game.
I'm trying so hard to keep up, but I also want food.
Did you get you something to eat earlier?
Yes, I had pizza because the next store had pizza.
I know.
That's fine. It's fine.
There's
And
real pizza places in town, you know.
I don't want to drive.
I gotcha.
And Kiwi is running up on the inside lane and is knocked to the inside and recycled. Meanwhile, Miss Murder for the Haboobs is trying to work that outside lane, just working those shoulders into that defense, just bringing them back up to the pack. But Kiwi out with lead as Murder is recycled to the back of the pack by Nisha. Nisha just tracking them and walking them back up into a tripod. And what?
Nice.
A slip.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. A beautiful psych out of a pass because technically that would have not been a legal pass, but you can return the cover to the jammer.
You know what I'm going to attribute it to? That
what?
Midway Magic shirt that Miss Murder is wearing, because that was some Midway Magic right there.
That was a little trick
Absolutely.
that they had up their sleeve, waiting for a moment to take it out and show it off.
Shout out to Lola Chola, founder of Midway Magic Roller Derby.
We love some bank track roller derby. But that brings up the Flash Floods to 59 points after Kiwi making 7 points and keeping Miss Murder scoreless on that jam. And now we are back into the fray of things. Red Hot having recycled back F-bomb. Grim is being held up by some momentarily technical difficulties. Ooh, a little bit of a recycle there. Red Haboob recycling back Grim, allowing for F-bomb some time to work their way out of the pack. And out of the track to the penalty box.
That's some red defense right there.
Yep. Looks like the Haboobs are now working on all D in the meantime, as this is a power jam for the Flash Floods. Nice little hit out by Red Haboob, making sure that they don't go too far back into that purple wall, because they will stop them and cause a ruckus. Grim down. All right, the Red Haboob being sent to the box for a penalty there.
That was a directional play penalty.
Yeah, so this does give a little more time, though.
Just a little more time.
Grim having a little hard time getting back up, waiting for some O. Takes off the cover and looks for their pivot. Pivot now with Star in hand, working their way up the pack and out of the defensive wall for the Haboobs there. Now
Jaws breaker.
Jaws breaker, right. Jaws breaker. Now the Star on their head, ready to make some points for the Flash Flood. just spins right out of that offensive hit and out with 4 points for the Flash Floods, bringing them closer in that point differential between them and the Haboobs. 63 for the Flash Floods, 77 for the Haboobs, with 5.5 minutes left in this first half.
When we start Jam 18, we'll have almost less than 5 minutes.
Crazy.
77 to 63.
Chop, chop.
We might get an overtime jam.
Just because you said that doesn't mean it'll happen.
You got to be patient.
You
got to
promised
be
me
patient.
that last time and it
I
didn't
know.
happen.
I failed. I failed.
All right, well, who do we have on the track?
We got D20 for the Haboobs going up against Bad Habit Barbie for the Flash Floods. Bad Habit Barbie up against that wall of white at the front of the back. That gets swarmed to the back. That purple wall started at the back of the back, but just moves forward all the way to the front. And D20 trying to get through there. Bad Habit Barbie takes a hit from Kalaka, but gets sent to the box for that awesome defense. Maybe just a little bit too defensive.
Almost a worth it penalty, but not really. And now we're working on some defense as Hunter now has star in hand, being assigned jammer duties here for this part of the jam. Bad Habit Barbie following closely behind Hunter. Hunter now keeping track of them.
Bad Habit Barbie with 4 points in the pocket, looking to get some more.
Bad Habit Barbie being told to call it, and call it they do. Seeing the bench wildly flailing their arms to let them know, hey, time to call it. Come home. We miss you. 4 points for the Flash Floods, bringing them up to 67. Haboobs still held at 77, so this is a 10-point spread so far. Anything can happen. 3.5 minutes left.
Well, Gibby's just giving everybody subs out there. Thank you, Gibby. Flash Flip, wearing star for the Flash Floods, going up against Slick Shoes for the Haboobs. Slick Shoes called for an infraction. Flash Flip out on the track, grabs that lead jammer status. Forearm called on Red Haboob. So Slick Shoes and CBD Hits will have a conversation there in the 187 Killer Pads penalty box about Haboobs.
How they can be more effective and, you know, cause more damage to that.
Nice. No, did you see that?
Yeah, momentarily, like the end of that.
That was sweet.
Slick Shoes now coming back onto the track, being tracked by Flash Flip, and we do also see the Red Haboob coming up, trying to hold back Flash Flip, but Flash Flip just does that little head fake out and spins right out of it.
Yes.
With some panache.
Flash Flip giving classes out there.
Showboating. Flash Flip just calls
Come to my
it off.
clinic here at this matchup game.
Having made 12 points on the board, lead change, 79 points for the Flash Floods, 77 for the Haboobs. This is a 2-point game, guys, with less than 2 minutes in this half. And off we go. We have Haboobie McBoobface going against Kiwi. Haboobie McBoobface just boxing in, pressing Kiwi into the defense, and we hear a whistle assigning lead to Haboobie McBoobface. Kiwi now out on their initial and following Haboobie McBoobface. Everybody stopped here at the first apex. Ooh, beautiful little fake out. Kiwi knocked to the inside lane and recycled back by Miss Murder. Meanwhile, we do see Haboobie McBoobface being recycled by Red Hout, who gets a little bit of a pinch to the knee pit there by Haboobie McBoobface. It just kind of like messed up their brain for a second, and now Kiwi's out in the box. McBoobface has a power jam. coming in with some, mindfulness, very demure, very cutesy.
Not words I would describe that. Okay, we'll go with that.
Coming back around for another 4 points. Just mindfully working their way around that hip so that they can get that point, call it off. Icing Kiwi in the box, who is now standing for the Flash Floods. And we have another lead change, 87 points.
Wow.
That the Haboobs were brought up by, those 10 points. Keeping the Flash Floods at 79. We might have one more jam, maybe.
Somebody call a timeout. Quick, 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 quick. Yes, we're off. Okay, we need a 10-point jam for the Haboobs, and we'll have a palindrome score going into halftime.
A beautiful attempt at an apex jump, but just not quite in the inbounds lane. We have Kiwi back on the track, being held at the back of the pack.
Yes.
And recycled back by Hunter. Kiwi now with star in hand, trying to look for their pivot. Just as the red Haboob coming back around for a scoring pass, running up the inside lane. Nisha just being the last line of defense there.
That's 4 points. I need 6 more. Red Haboob.
6 more.
Points. That's 8. I only need 2 more. Red Haboob. Pass 2 and call it.
You can't tell him what
Yes,
to do.
I can. Yes, I can. It's a mashup. But Red Haboob doesn't listen to Pepper.
Yep. Floody McFloodface out with 4 points.
We're 2 points away from a palindrome.
Damn.
Dang it. But that's going to bring us to halftime. And it's wrong. It's not 14 minutes. It's only 10. So don't go nowhere. Hydrate or die. I am Johnny Pepper.
And I'm Vampira.
See you in about 9.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing. If your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised. So no matter how much foam you stuff into your helmet to make it stay put, you're more at risk for head injuries, putting you at risk.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing. If your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is comparable.
And we're back.
We are back. Where did we go?
Intermission?
Yes, that's what we did. We went to intermission.
Yeah, we just had a short
We came back a little bit taller, but we had an intermission.
Just a little one.
Just a little bit.
But in that last half, in the first half of the game, we left off with the Haboobs at 99 points to the Flash Floods 83. So a pretty close game so far between these two. It is a mashup game made up of your favorite skaters that you know and love.
Yes. We all know and love all our skaters on the Mashup teams. I'll tell you who we also love is our AV club.
Yeah, keeping us on time.
Keeping us online and out there for all the world to see. All 116 people so far.
Yeah.
Call your friends. Get a lot of people out there. We'd like to have a bunch more. Thank you, Gibby, for gifting all those subs.
Yeah, 116 people still sticking around to watch more roller
Yeah, they're
derby.
watching roller derby. They're not tuning in to hear us. Well, maybe
Well,
three of them are.
I mean, I appreciate it if you do.
And I love all three of y'all for reals.
All right, we're getting down to the last second of intermission, and the whistle letting everybody know, hey, time to play the second half of this game.
We're about to go. This is day 2 of Monsoon Madness. Day 3 culminating tomorrow, Championship Sunday.
And out is Panda, the captain for the Flash Floods in purple, against Miss Murder, the captain for the Haboobs. Being knocked to the inside lane.
Captains, my captains.
Captain, oh my captain. Murder with star in hand, looking for their pivot. Meanwhile, Panda just bursts through the inside lane with 4 points on the board for the Flash Floods. They really broke the dam there.
Yes, they did.
Nisha coming back from the box, returning to their blocker formation here. Panda, meanwhile, making another 4 points for the Flash Floods. Murder still on their initial, being held up at the front of the pack, but having passed the cover over to Demi-Automatic for the Haboobs. Panda now working up at the front against the last few blockers and just takes the inside lane with style. 12 points so far made by the Flash Floods, closing that gap between them and the Haboobs. One more pass and they'll make it. Oh, just as I say that, why did I jinxed them? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's the announcer curse.
The
But
187 penalty box needed to have another occupant for a second.
yeah, gotta sacrifice them. But that gives time for Demi-Automatic to work on this power jam. So this is all O for the Haboobs. One more to beat. Demi-Automatic working the front of the pack. Knocks down the blocker, but gets taken to the inside lane, allowing Panda back onto the track. Panda now working up to the front, where they've successfully been assigned some O, letting them out. And we have a tie game.
A tie game. Imagine that.
Interesting. 16
Yes.
points on the board made by Panda there. 99 to 99. And that was only jam 1 of the second half of this mashup game. Wow.
Smashing.
The fact that you're redheaded and you said that, it was
Absolutely.
it's the best.
99 to 99.
And we have Invader Slim on the inside lane taking lead against F-Bomb, who's escorted to the outside lane. Ooh. Safely returns back onto the track after noticing that the blocker for the Flash Floods went all the way to the back. And does get a cut track. Wasn't aware that second time around, so they now have a power jam. Invader Slim with lead and has a power jam, so has all the control that they can get really in this jam.
I was going to say, Kalaka better watch out or she's going to get a back block on her own player.
Let's see. Oh, there it is, but it's a forearm, not a back block. A little different.
Just a little different.
But the Flash Floods make 8 points there in that exchange, bringing them up to 107 to the Haboobs 99. So we do have a lead change. Drink your drink and stay hydrated.
Hydrate or die. That's what it says on our wristbands.
I know. Nice and legible.
I'm going to use that from now on. Hydrate or die.
Usually it's hydrate or dihydrate. Less ominous, I guess. But flash flip on the track. Meanwhile, F-bomb back. Passing the cover. Passing it back. A little bit of an exchange here, and now securely with star in hand.
They were playing badminton with that helmet cover.
They're like, no, you take it. No, you take it.
No, you take it. No, you take it.
Flash flip.
Mr. Gator, giving those Gator signs.
Just playing some jammer on jammer defense here.
Woo!
Ooh.
I almost got a good mind to go lay across that Clover Cup pivot line and let them all jump me.
But McBoop Face coming back around after being allowed by Flash Flip to come back up to the pack. I guess they kind of wanted to show each other up, maybe? I don't know.
I got faith in all the players out on the track right now. I think I'd be safe.
Yeah, but I mean, McBoop Face has made like 6 points, and the Flash Flood's only 4. So was it worth it? I don't know. You decide. Now, the Flash Floods are still in the lead with 111 to the Haboobs 105. 6-point difference with 24 and a half minutes left in the second half of this mashup.
You know what my favorite thing about 111 is?
What?
It makes a house.
Huh.
The more you know.
Interesting. But
Gail Satan out in front and lead. Bad Habit Barbie working on that wall of white, trying to get through.
it's knocked to the or outside by Red Haboob. But that gives Nisha some time to run some O there for Bad Habit Barbie, but maybe it was a little too soon because they do get knocked to the inside and have to recycle back. Gail Satan coming around. Running up through the inside. And out for 4. Lead change. 113 for the Haboobs now with the Flash Floods staying at 111. Bad Habit Barbie, though, out with their initial, but just as I say that, the Haboobs call it.
Hey, guess what that was?
What?
Another lead change.
I know. So 11 points made in that last exchange, bringing up the Haboobs to 116 to the Flash Floods 111.
We need to check with our ghost producer and see how many lead chains that were. We can just make up a number. 6.
Yeah, maybe. Probably. But back on the track, we have Invader Slim going against Little Pity Bull for the Haboobs.
Pity Bull.
Invader Slim working that last blocker at the front of the pack and is released and assigned lead for their efforts. Invader Slim in purple coming back around. Meanwhile, Little Pity Bull with star in hand looks for their pivot. Pivot is knocked to the outside. Now with star in hand themselves, Red Haboob, the jammer.
That was a super secret star pass.
But is knocked to the inside lane by Floody McFloodface.
McFloodface.
And Red Haboob finds some light on the outside lane.
Only needs that much.
Just a little bit. Puts the star on their head.
I knew that was going to be followed by 4 whistles.
Yeah, anytime you see a jammer that's out on their initial and starts putting on the helmet cover back on, that's just kind of like a Pavlovian signal to let them call it, right?
Flash Floods popped that clutch and pulled into within 1 point of the Haboobs.
Oh yeah, look at that.
With 21:40 left to go in the contest.
Who's on the track?
Slick Shoes wearing the star for the Haboobs, going up against Grim for the Flash Floods. Slick Shoes takes a hit to the outside. That is red hot. Meanwhile, Grimm pushing hard against that wall of white at the front of the pack. And Slick Shows goes around the outside. Grabs lead jammer status.
Around the outside.
Around the outside, around the outside.
Coming back around. Assessing the best course of action here. Trying to take out that pivot in the inside lane. Almost lost my
Gravy
voice.
says, nuh-uh. I hope Slick Shoes got a nap today after teaching that class at 8 o'clock this morning.
They had plenty of time. And they call it.
Thank you, Slick Shoes.
Takes off their cap and gives a little bow. 4 points made for the Haboobs. 120 to the Flash Floods, 115.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
With 20 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the contest.
Wow. Ka-chow.
2020.
We have Panda on the track for the Flash Floods against Haboobie McBoobface for the Haboobs. Panda out with lead. Meanwhile, McBoobface is, where are they? Taken to the inside lane and recycled back. Nisha waiting for them to come back on so that they can lead them into that tripod, but the tripod's kind of split up there. That gives him some room to run around.
Wow.
And skip through the inside lane. Meanwhile, Panda coming back up for a scoring pass. Asks for some O, but the pack speeds up just enough for Panda to burst through and calls it. The sigh.
8 points to the Flash Floods. You know what that makes.
123 points.
Another lead change.
Yeah.
Oh, my quad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my quad is over there in the back.
Yes.
Still selling some skate gear and skate merch.
Go see Holly over there. Tell her Johnny Pepper said hi. Get you 0% discount.
And we do have Floody McFloodface. Ooh, taken down by Kalaka. Kalaka taken out. And back to the penalty box. All right. That Floody McFloodface out with lead. Meanwhile, McBoobface standing in the penalty box, ready to return. D20 returning to their blocker formation and is basically taken to the back. McBoobface back, spinning through the inside and out on their initial. Floody McFloodface, meanwhile, is just skating right past them. And surpasses them and comes back around to the pack, slowing down, probably for the best. Needed a second.
Nice.
All right, everybody's okay. Just
Everybody's okay. Everybody springs back up.
just a little bit of a spill.
Just a little spill.
But the Flash Floods made 8 points on that exchange, 131 points to the Haboobs 120. Less than 18 minutes left in the second half.
I don't know who's going to win this game, but I think we are all winners. Red Haboob going for the Haboobs, going up against Bad Habit Barbie for the Flash Floods. And Red Haboob out front and lead. Bad Habit Barbie with the one to beat. Turns into two. Turns into none, but a track cut. Bad Habit Barbie going to the 187 Killer Pads penalty box to serve a 30-second recess for that track cut. Wow.
All right, Red Haboob coming around again, has pretty much just one blocker to beat and just skates around them unopposed.
Matterhorn going out to the 187 Killer Pads penalty box for that forearm against Red Haboob on that last scoring pass.
Speeding past on the outside lane.
16 points in the pocket, looking to get some more. With still a whole minute left to go, should Red Haboob decide to go that long. That's an even 20. we might have the biggest lead of the biggest jam of the tournament on this jam right here.
Very nice, very nice.
I'm here for it. Pack starts to get spread up.
That's the beauty of youth. Your joints still work.
Yes.
Let you keep going for those extra laps. I mean, this is probably the highest scoring jam in the entire
tournament. In the tournament.
But does it count if it's a mashup?
Well, you know what that gets.
A lot of cheers from the Twitch chat, a lot of love in our hearts, and also a lead change.
Wow. 36 points
Beautiful.
for Red Haboob, a.k.a. CBD Hits.
Good for that.
Hardcore, did you see that? And it's a lead change.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody hydrate or die.
Haboobs now at 156 to the Flash Floods 136. So that's like, what, a 20-point lead for them?
That's crazy.
All right, McBoob Face trying for the fake out there, but gets knocked to the outside lane by Flash Flip. Meanwhile, Invader Slim just trying to work the front of the pack and figuring out where to go, but gets knocked to the ground by the pivot here. Front of the pack still holding strong, allowing time for the for McBoob Face to get out. Almost got taken out by Flash Flip, but just gets around them. Meanwhile, Invader Slim out on their initial and following closely behind them. Everybody now back in the first straightaway. Invader Slim going through the inside lane. Past McBoob Face. McBoob Face following closely behind, each having 4 points in the air for them.
I see what you're doing there, Flipper.
Hunter gets taken out, or Hunter takes out Flash Flip for a little bit. Just, you know, a little friendly competition.
Just a little friendly competition is all it is.
Everybody has their own agenda apparently here.
Woo!
But we do see another 4 points in the air for each jammer here. Just letting the jam go until its natural conclusion, I'm sure. Because we only have less than 40 seconds left. Are you gonna call it? Yeah, McBoopy Face calls it. Hey. Go do it at your benches. Off the track. But 12 points on the board there for the Flash Floods and 12 points for the Haboobs. So each jammer did the job. 168 points though for the Haboobs and the Flash Floods at 148. So the Flash Floods need to get the better of this exchange in this next jam.
Absolutely. Panda wearing the star for the Flash Floods going up against Slick Shoes. Panda out front and lead. Red Haboob to the 187 penalty box for an infraction. Slick Shoes clear on the initial.
Gentle claps for Panda's call off. Gentle clap. 4 points in the board for the Flash Floods, bringing them up to 152, keeping the Haboobs at 168, trying to chip away at that lead bit by bit. Five-second call and back to the action, middle of the straightaway track here. We have Gail Satan going against Floody McFloodface, who skips around the outside lane in his assessed lead. Meanwhile, Gail Satan still working on their initial here, getting slowed down by the purple defense here. Taken to the back. We do see Red Haboob back on the track.
Back block call.
Power jam for the Haboobs as Floody McFloodface takes a seat in the penalty box, 187 penalty box. Gail Satan out on the inside lane, star in hand, has to put the cover back on if they want to make points, and on their helmet it is. Nice and secure. Purple Wall trying to, ooh, were they inbounds? They were inbounds.
Yes.
Very nice. 4 points in the air for Gail Satan. Coming back around, looking and assessing where the O is going to open up a path for them, I guess. Meanwhile, Floody McFloodface is released from the 187 penalty box and coming back around the outside.
Around the outside, around the outside.
Out with 4 points in the air.
Boo!
4 points each. We do see the pivot for the Purple Wall in the penalty box. So this is a pack advantage for the Haboobs. Floody McFloodface, though, just breaks through them a little bit, but the red Haboob had Floody McFloodface's number. But I guess the Flood was stronger than the Haboob.
I think it was the no pack situation that got him through.
Again, the refs just being winners.
The last 10 minutes?
No, but when this jam ends, I just need to make an announcement.
Sure.
There's a storm rolling in. And
All right, and that's the end of that jam. Let's hear from Lokita Bonita.
hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's enjoying this game between the Flash Floods and the Haboobs. I think they may have conjured up a Haboob because a storm is rolling in. If anybody here left any equipment, shirts, gear, or whatever out at the back door, this might be official, so officials, tell your friends. It's getting blown around. So if you have anything sitting outside drying, go get it.
Thank you, Bonita, for keeping our gear safe.
Please. It's nice to be important. It's always important to be nice.
Invader Slim taken to the outside.
You don't want it to wind up in Kansas, like that house on the Wicked Witch.
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
Invader Slim assessed lead and coming around for a scoring pass. Meanwhile, F-Bomb coming back around themselves, trying to catch up to the pack. And gets enough momentum to work their way through the inside lane, assessed 4 points. Invader Slim still held back, but out on the inside lane themselves. 4 points for each jammer. And calls it off. So this is a 10-point game again. The Flash Floods at 168 to the Haboobs 178 with less than 9 minutes left. Pepper.
I think we ought to take a timeout and go watch it.
That's up to
Too
them.
bad announcers can't call timeouts because I'd call one right now.
We have no power here.
We can just talk about the Derby. 178 to 168 with 8:20 left to go on this deal. Demi Automatic wearing the star for the Haboobs going up against Bad Habit Barbie.
Holding her own
Bad
against
Habit
the Red
Barbie
Haboob.
gets out and clear.
Got to turn those hips to get around these last blocker defenses.
Yes. That red Haboob was locked down on that defense.
Oop, 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 oop. Bad Barbie called on a cut track, sent to the 187 penalty box. This is a power jam for the Haboobs. Star successfully passed over to the red Haboob, who is out with speed.
I wish we could give out cards so that jammers could say, look, I got a card. I don't get called for that penalty. Johnny Pepper says so.
The get out of jail free card.
Yes, it's exactly like that.
Yeah. Don't worry, Pepper. I got you. I understood what you were putting down.
I figured out he was picking it up. I hope that Haboob don't take this roof off the building.
We're fine.
I think so.
But Bad Habit Barbie back on the track here, telling their wall to run some O here and split up that pack. Pack successfully split up enough. Bad Habit Barbie gets past Hunter and out.
Red Haboob out of the 187 Killer Pads penalty box and in pursuit of the Bad Habit Barbie.
Each jammer just putting in their best foot forward. But the red Haboob out.
Yes.
That Habit Barbie held up at the front of the pack. Nice little solid tripod there. Oh!
Nice.
Nice. Beautiful apex
Nice.
gun. That was a well-landed apex jump. Textbook, really. And can only be achieved with legs like the red Haboobs.
Absolutely. 12 points on that star pass to Red
Yes.
Haboob,
Claps
bringing their
from-
total up to 190.
Gentle claps from the crowd. Gentle claps.
Just a clap.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Well played, sir.
But 12 points for the Haboobs and 8 points for the Flash Floods. We are now sitting at 190 for the Haboobs, 176 for the
And-
Flash Floods.
Oh, look who's playing for the Haboobs.
Kalaka's a jammer! But Panda is out with lead, so Kalaka decides to take off the star in hand, comes in with a beautiful aggression and bursts through the pack.
Man,
Has one more jammer to beat and gets escorted to the outside of the pack. Oof. But the jam is called by Panda.
I hope we get to see that again.
It was beautiful. Textbook, really.
Absolutely. Flash Fludge popped that clutch and pull within 1 10-point jam. Away from tying this game up with 5:18 left to go in the contest. We got a team timeout.
It gives
This
me-
team timeout is brought to you by Arizona Roller Derby volunteers. Every one of you, each and every one of you that's a volunteer, big pepper love to you.
We've all been sprinkled with spicy, peppery love.
Yes.
It's like glitter.
I got to spread that everywhere. Oh, look, we're bringing toys out.
What is that?
The monkey wants to play.
What is it?
That's a skating bear.
It doesn't look like a bear.
It's a jawbreaker toy is what it
Oh.
is.
It looks like a little gumball with skates. Aw, baby's first steps or baby's first, wheelies.
Hit Squad TV's got it. In Squad we trust. Yes.
This is an
It's
official.
Skating McSkate face.
Well,
Yes. It got quiet all of a sudden.
we just needed a moment to chill, I think.
We always need a moment to chill.
Hydrate.
Hydrate or die. It's my new mantra.
It's a good one. Nice little memento mori.
Hey, look, they changed the pictures. Now we got our pictures up on the stream.
Oh yeah, I see it now. That's how quick our AV club works.
Our AV Club is immaculate, on point all weekend long. Thank you, AV Club.
Giving you the accurate deets.
The best stream team in the whole wide world.
We try our best.
You know what I haven't talked about in the last 2 days?
Je ne sais pas.
Where is our after party?
I will shrug because I forgot and I don't know.
We're going to find out for you and we'll let you know. Uh-oh, we got a foul out.
Who was it?
Oh, your favorite skater.
Kalaka. That's fine though, it's almost over. We have Flash Flip out with lead against Miss Murder. Miss Murder now, where is Miss Murder? In the box. So this is a power jam for Flash Flip.
It is.
So the pack is picking up speed because they want to kill that penalty.
They do want to kill that penalty.
All right, so they are slowing down to receive the offensive hits from the purple team. Just as we see the return of Miss Murder. Miss Murder with star in hand, coming around with some speed and out on the outside lane on their initial star on their helmet, nice and secure. We do see the pivot for the Flash Floods tracking them, slowing down their progress here.
That's not what's wooing her.
Oh boy. And we hear a whistle. Who was that assessed to? Hunter being sent to the box. But that's fine. We still have
Die Hard the Hunter.
we still have like 3 blockers left on the track, right?
Yes.
And Murder through on the inside lane, 4 points on the board for them. Just as Flash Flip is coming around for another set of 4 points there for the Flash Floods. Trying to close this gap even further. Does a nice little side surf on the inside lane, and Murder does a little flip of their own. Spinning, taking a shirt whip, but taken to the inside lane, recycled back and tracked by the pivot for the Flash Floods. Meanwhile, we do see Flash Flip skating backwards, trying to challenge themselves, I'm sure. Skating backwards successfully out of the pack. A little bit of a showstopper there.
Well, with
Oh, that gap is closing even further. I swear, if this ties, I'm going to
12
scream.
to 8. 8 points separating these two teams.
The Haboobs at 198 and the Flash Floods at 192. With less than 3 minutes left in the second half of this final game of the Saturday, second day of the Monsoon Madness tournament.
Monsoon Madness.
Madness. I have to
Madness.
enunciate. And we see Invader Slim working the front of the pack, but Slick Shoes quick on the outside lane, assessed lead. Invader Slim following closely behind. We only have 2 blockers on the track here against the 3 for the Haboobs. Invader Slim now neck and neck with Slick Shoes and surpasses them. 4 points in the air for the Flash Floods.
Everybody stood up in the penalty box at the same time.
They all went to the penalty box at the same time.
All 80 wheels on the track right now.
Very nice. All right, so we have hit the 200 mark for both teams.
Both teams got 2 buckets.
But the Haboobs with 2 points ahead. So the Haboobs are still in the lead.
That's because that sand's flying everywhere.
All right, so the pack for the Flash Floods are trying to hold Slick Shoes to the back. Kiwi just trying to knock Slick Shoes to the outside lane, but
And does.
almost has them. Oh, and a power jam for the Flash Floods here. Sending Slick Shoes to the box, so this is a power jam. And we have a lead change.
Oh my. With 1:12 left to go in this game.
Flash Floods at 2:08 now with the Haboobs at 2:02. 16 seconds left. Here we go. Invader Slim coming around, getting some O on the outside. Looks like McBoobface trying to go in for that last hit out on Invader Slim. But only held them long enough for the end of that jam. 8 points on the board for the Haboobs and 19 points for the Flash Floods. We are at 2:11 for the Flash Floods and 2:06 for the Haboobs. Team timeout being called by the Haboobs. Force another jam, probably.
This team timeout is brought to you by a tied game at the end. Everybody, if we can get our collective mind together and manifest this, everybody will be rewarded with 1 extra overtime jam for all the marbles, all the Haboobs, all the Flash Floods.
Stop trying to make the overtime jam
And
happen.
then
It's not going
then we
to
could
happen.
all go have drinks and pizza.
Promises, promises.
I need to get my swim on really, really bad.
The crowd agrees.
Absolutely.
Oh, is this the final jam? Hold up.
in what could be the final jam of the game.
Possibly.
Somebody could get lead and call it off and call a timeout.
Hold up, wait a minute. And off we go in this final jam of the game. We have on the track McFalcon, assessed lead for the Flash Floods. Slick Shoes standing in the box, but oh no, returned to the track. And that ends the
I told
jam.
you.
Stop it.
That's why you say what could be, because you know it's not going to happen. I hope we get 3 more jams.
My God. This is like purgatory, but derby purgatory.
Yes. We'll get 2 more jams for the tie, and then we'll get a bonus 3rd jam for the win. And then that'll be a for real win. Whoever wins then wins, you know. How about making some noise for all the skaters here today? Wow, they finally woke up all day long. I've been here since 8 o'clock this morning, y'all.
It's a Saturday.
It's Catterday.
I expect more energy on a Saturday. Sunday is when you rest. Sunday I would have understood.
Championship Sunday. We got a sparkle tomorrow.
Sunday.
Sunday.
A whistle calling.
Okay, to reset what's going on. Flash Floods at 211, Haboobs with 206. 26 seconds left to go on the clock. 1:57 on the jam clock.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Flash
That was
Flip
beautiful.
grabs that lead jammer status.
This is like
Go ahead and take us home, Vampire.
That was like a drifting move at that
Yes,
apex.
it was.
All I heard was Tokyo Drift in my head, and that was beautiful. But Flash Flip out with 4 points. Red Haboob out on their initial, following the flippiest of flashes. And now just kind of, crab clawing behind him. Forcing the call off with his crabby claws. We have an unofficial score of 215 for the Flash Floods. The Haboobs at 206. We are waiting for the rolling whistle. Will the whistle roll? Go up, and they stay up, and they stay up. And that's the final score, 215 for the Flash Floods, 206 for the Haboobs.
You can announce it if you want. We'll tell you who the MVP are, but we're not going to award them.
Your MVPs in our hearts.
Yes, MVPs in our hearts are. I'll let you read them.
The MVPs in our hearts for the Flash Floods, MVP blocker for Red Hot, MVP overall for Floody McFloodface, and MVP jammer is Panda. For the Haboobs, the MVP jammer was the Red Haboob, MVP blocker was Habooby McBoobface, and MVP overall was Gail Satan. Thank you guys for
Solid
a wonderful
picks.
mashup.
Absolutely. We'll see you tomorrow for Championship Sunday. I am Johnny Pepper.
And I'm Vampira.
Wishing you peace, love, and roller derby.
Bye-bye.